their voices rise back in response. Those moments were not perfect. They were alive. I could almost hear the crowd again, not as a recording, but as real people breathing together, sharing one moment. That exchange of energy was something no algorithm could ever capture. A figure appeared in the doorway and offered me a new stage, a system that promised endless concerts and a perfect voice that would never fade. It sounded like immortality, like everything the world had always wanted. But it was not what I wanted. I walked past the glowing equipment and toward a simple stage lit by one soft light. A chair waited in the center. No effects, no visuals, no digital audience, just space. I sat down with the microphone in my hands. I could have sung. I could have proven that the real voice was still there. But the world already had my songs. What it needed was a reminder. So I spoke. I spoke about memory, about how music does not live in data, but in people, about how a song matters because of what someone feels when they hear it alone at night. Technology can preserve an image, but it cannot preserve a life. Legacy is not something you upload. It is something you leave in the hearts you touch. As I finished, the screens in the room began to turn off one by one. The projections of my past faded into darkness. The digital version of me dissolved into light and disappeared. There was no competition between the real and the artificial anymore. There was only silence, a calm silence that felt honest. I stood up and placed the microphone back where I found it, not as something I had abandoned, but as something that belonged to another time. Music would continue. New voices would rise. That was the way it should be. I walked toward a warm light ahead, not the cold glow of a screen, but something human. For the first time since I woke up in this new world, I understood my place in it. I was not meant to be a perfect image. I was meant to remain a memory, imperfect and real. The real legacy lives in people, in the way a melody returns years later and brings back a feeling that never truly left. That is something no machine can generate and no code can replace. And with that understanding, I stepped into the light and left the story where it belongs. Not in a system, not in a file, but in memory.